You are listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Welcome back, listeners. Here we are, ready for the intrigue. I'm DM Dave, and to my left we have...
Henley.
Boudreaux.
Lyla and Garotha.
Roscoe.
And Fenrir.
And our special guest summary is Lyla. What happened last time?
Oh, what happened last time? Well, we talked a lot. We came back down to the hollow with our lovely little guest there. He's still hogtied, from what I understand. At least his arms are hogtied, so I don't know if we had to actually carry him or not. Boudreaux probably did on his back. I wasn't paying much attention. And then we went checking with Boss Man Bellerin there to see what was going on, what was going down, and where to stash our guest. No, that scum Mendrik came in and busted in thinking he owns the place and said something about owning that mine soon that we've been hauling ore down from, as well as he might actually own the hollow soon. Garotha was not very pleased about that because nobody owns another man, she said, or woman in our case. And then we went out. I went to talk to the Henley and see what was going on. We decided that we needed to distract Mendrik while the prisoner was getting a talking to there. And now we're going to Colin's place. And Henley asked about our lovely little past and why the two of us here. And I guess we're going to fill her in on that.
Awesome. That was great. So just to get a point on where everybody's located right now. So Lyla, Henley, and Boudreaux, you're off to the tavern, correct?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Roscoe, you are chilling in the front door of the office house.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Fenrir, you're inside the office house, right?
Yes.
And Bellerin said they didn't necessarily want to start the investigation until Dracarys got back, which was hopefully within an hour or two.
There's also a guard inside the room and outside the room and under the window and on the roof.
And under the bed.
Wow.
I don't remember the roof one, but did we send a runner for that?
Yeah. Who did you go get there, Roscoe?
Ricardo's
Roberto.
up at the gate.
Roberto.
No, Ricardo's at the gate. Roberto's on the roof. Come on.
Okay. Sorry, my bad.
They're twins.
So we're in the tavern. Where are we gonna start? DM Dave.
Okay, I think we'll start with Fenrir, if that's okay.
Yep.
Okay. So it is you with Bellerin, and there's also a man there named Lenny. He's a human male. That he's tall, really lanky. He has shicked sides of the hair, so he's like kind of bald on the side of his head, with like that long hair cut like a mohawk, but it's flopped down onto one side, with the long bangs, and he has two short swords on his side.
Okay, so it's Lenny, Bellerin, and myself.
Correct.
Hey, Bellerin, is it okay if I take the first guard inside the prison with Oscar?
I don't see why not.
Cool.
Let you in there. Lenny opens the door, lets you in there, shuts the door.
Is it like a wood door, or is there like bars? Can they hear?
It's a wood door, so they can't see into the room.
Okay.
So the door is solid wood. There's a window. So you walk right in, and directly in front of you is where the window is. But the window is barred. But you can see through the window. And you see Oscar there. He's still tied up. Arms tied, pretty much tied in front of him. But he can walk around and stuff. He's just kind of sitting on the bed, laying on the bed.
Hey, Oscar.
Oh, hey.
Did you help protect the plateau from our scouts?
Oh, I guess now we're starting the interrogation.
No.
Look, yes, I was involved in that. You can tell he's kind of like, oh crap, I'm in a big heap of trouble here.
Mm.
I just, it was just a job, and it just a job to get, to earn some money. Things got a little out of hand. But I didn't mean to hurt anybody.
Right. No, I get that. I mean, it's a lot of people fall on hard times, right? They've got to, you got to earn a wage, however you can, and you were hired to do. Do you know who hired you?
No, I've only, I've lived on the streets my whole life, so when this opportunity came to make a little extra money than pickpocketing people, like I took a job at it. I've only been maybe with this group with Jeff for maybe about 4 months.
Gotcha. How did he recruit you?
He's just like, hey, you want a job?
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Avalon.
Oh, Avalon. Do you know anything about the Glomquist family?
I've heard the name before. They're pretty much all dead now.
Okay, so Jeff kind of pulled you up out of Avalon, and you guys made your way down here.
Yeah, he brought us up this direction and told us to watch the lift.
Gotcha.
Make sure nobody used it until we were told to.
Any idea who Jeff worked for?
No, I wasn't really. I guess I was still in my trial run with this job to see if I was cut out to be part of the gang,
Right.
But no, I don't know.
Well, you're the only one that survived, so you must be pretty cut out for the job.
Well, I hope they see it that way.
Right. Do you have any other information?
If you can, I just want to get out of here. Okay? I don't want to go to jail. I've been there too many times as it is. I just want to, maybe we could help each other out here. Like I could get you some information about this, but then you let me go.
So how high up is this room?
This room is probably about 8 feet tall.
Okay, and then
The window is probably about 7 feet.
Okay, so 7 feet tall room. How is it, like first floor, second floor?
Oh, it does. It's a one level.
One level,
floor.
so
Correct.
it's just kind of outside.
Mm-hmm. You could probably assume, since there is a pitch out there probably is an attic, but it's not used as a room, if that makes sense. So like a normal house, you have an attic, but a lot of times it's not an actual room. It's just insulation on top. That's kind of how this place is.
Okay. How tall is Oscar?
Oscar is a human male, and he's about 6 feet.
It all depends on what information you can give me. If the information can lead to finding out who Jeff was working for, I'll put in a good word and try to get you out of here without any jail time.
Roll me a persuasion check to see if he'll agree to telling you the information first. You would use your charisma, and if you're proficient in it, then you would add your proficiency bonus to it.
Got it. 14.
14. Okay. He's like, there's more bandits out there. They've been causing problems in the mines. And I can show you where they're at. I can show you where their hideout is. But when I show you, then you let me go. Because I just want to get out of here.
I got to take this back. You're going to have a Dragonborn and Bellerin come in here. They're the ones that make a lot of the decisions. I'll reiterate to them what you said to us, but I mean that sounds relevant and good to me. I mean that we can kind of let you go. You're not going to warn them in any way, right?
No, like it. Just between you and me, like I just want out of this. Like maybe I could turn over a new leaf now. Become a better person.
Right. Can I roll?
Roll an inside check.
7.
You're kind of taking him at his word.
Would you go with us to Avalon?
I mean, I could, yeah, but I just want to get out of here. Like, if they find out that I turned you guys in, like that could be my head.
Right. Do you know of anybody in town who's also part of this bandit gang?
No, the only contact that I knew was Jeff, and well,
Right. So do you think they're going to come after you knowing that you're here?
I don't even know if the other guys know that they might, but they were kind of in a different place. They were more towards the mines, messing with those down there. Exactly what? I don't know. This is kind of my first job up there. I don't know what they were doing exactly.
Okay. You'll probably have to tell the story again to Dracarys and Bellerin, but I'll reiterate that you more or less want to help us.
You'll have my back, right? Like that's part of our deal. That I'd be free if I told you this.
I'm not in charge here, so maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not in charge here, but I definitely feel like I have some clout here. I can definitely report back to Bellerin, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that you are set free, even if that means that I have to set you free myself.
And that's being serious, right?
Yeah, I'm like dead serious. Like I am being like, yes,
Okay.
like I'm dead
Seb's
serious.
characters don't lie that way.
No, his characters don't, and that's what I love about him. Okay, I got your word. Okay, I will be helpful in any way I can.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna pull out my viol and just start playing.
Okay, just little melodies.
What are you playing?
Is it one of those sad songs? Like Get the Reins of Castamere?
He has no idea what that is.
He should.
Play me a song on the viol, man.
I'm playing the viol, man.
He loves it. It's one of his favorite songs. Him and his buddies used to sing it at the bars all the time. At the taverns.
Can I hear him singing from out front?
You can hear him singing.
Oh,
Are
great.
you singing or are you just playing it?
He's playing it. I think the
playing
other
it.
guy is singing. Is
Yeah.
that what you just said?
Yeah,
'Cause
Oscar's singing it.
Oscar's singing
Aw,
it.
look at you guys bonding.
I'm just sitting
Is
out
he any
front.
good?
No, he's horrible. Tone deaf. He's definitely one that sung karaoke and was horrible at it. Okay, is Roscoe doing anything? Just
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
sitting
enjoying
out
it?
bobbing my head listening to the time. Well, this is a good one.
Awesome. Okay.
Waiting for Dracarys to show up.
Drinking the last of his peach stuff.
Oh, no, that's gone.
It's gone.
I got to make a new batch.
Oh, say it.
Sounds good. Okay, going to the tavern. Henley, Boudreaux, Lyla. So in the tavern, Colin's, of course, there. There's a few of the refugees there. Willow's already there, enjoying himself. You walk in there and you see the couple, Thanik and Farja. They're the dwarven couple there. You also see a couple other people that you would recognize in there. They're all enjoying themselves. The meals that they're eating isn't necessarily big because now things are being rationed a little bit because supplies haven't come in lately. But everybody seems in really good spirits. Everybody's happy that the lifts work now. You get a few people coming up and be like, oh yeah, so glad that it worked. Okay, and action. What do you guys do?
So I'm going to see the dwarven couple and I'm going to give that same fist bowed head salute to them. Kind of what Garotha does. I'm assuming she probably pulls it probably more from the orc, but it's kind of known between the orcs and the dwarves that are close there together as just a kind of salutations and respect that way. And then
And they return it.
awesome. And then I'm going to be in the middle of telling probably Henley, because we're walking in, about how we're bonded.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go sit by Willow. You guys have fun, okay? Sit down by Willow.
Okay.
This is a touchy subject for him. He's not very happy about it. I mean, we weren't either, to be honest. So there are two of us here. There's me that you see mostly here. Lyla, the very chatty and talkative, very sweet person that I am. And then I have a body partner, or I like to think of her more as like a motherly type. Her name's Garotha. She's from the hills over there. Orc and dwarven heritage there, honey. And we were traveling together with some of our other companions there, and somehow in a fight got hurt and got bonded here from a wish spell gone wrong.
That's
It's
That-
a lot.
That's a lot to digest, but I think I understand a little bit better now.
Yeah, there are two of us here. They're very distinct personalities, but never dull moment, never lonely. That's for sure.
I can only imagine.
Anyways, you have any other questions about that? Boudreaux, if you want to come back, the story's over. I gave her the shortened version if you want to.
You said what?
I said I gave her the short version, honey. You can come back over here if you want.
Nah, it's good.
All right, you
know,
sit with Willow and his kale over there stuffed in his trousers like nobody sees it.
Look, listen.
You enjoy that now, sugar?
Little rabbit.
And like I was telling you, Willow, if you just add a little bit of this spice, you're gonna see that flavor just bust through the roof. You're gonna love it.
No. The last time you gave me some of that spice, my tongue almost fell out of my mouth.
That's the point.
I am not touching that stuff.
It tastes so good. It's more about the flavor.
Yeah, but you
ate it too fast.
you just don't have any taste buds to taste anything.
No.
That's why you eat everything.
No, you should make it. You should listen to me. I'm gonna make you some soup sometime. I'm gonna make you some jambalaya, and it's gonna taste so good. Your tongue gonna stay in your mouth so you can get more. Yeah?
No.
Honey, you talking about jambalaya over there again?
Every time.
Oh, next time that you make that, make sure you invite me over. You know it's my favorite.
Well, I don't know.
Come on, honey.
I've never had
You can have my
jambalaya.
bowl.
Oh, thank you, Willow.
You're welcome.
You know, I can add kale. It would taste so good with kale. Maybe.
Kale's fine by itself.
Man.
You try and fix things that don't need to be fixed.
Now, Henley, if you haven't noticed it, they like to argue. This one there, he likes the kale a lot. The other one, not so much.
I can't say I like kale.
Not very many people do, but that little gnome there loves the stuff.
Yum, 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 yum.
But who else do we see there? Do we see Mendrik at all?
Mendrik is not there. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna suggest to Henley that we probably ask Colin to see if he's seen him at all. So,
With that suggestion, I will say, Colin.
Oh, yes, young ranger.
I'll walk up a little closer. Have you seen Mendrik around?
Mendrik, he wouldn't be caught dead in this place.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's quite lively in here.
Yeah, I think he doesn't like the atmosphere. I mean, I personally love all these people here. Love to entertain and enjoy each other's company. But I think he's more of a private man.
You're more like a weirdo.
Well, where does he normally go?
Oh, he's got a tent set up down near the excavation sites.
Okay.
Big tent.
Couldn't miss it?
No.
Okay.
It's one of the only tents that have a fire inside. It's pretty fancy.
Oh, wow.
lodges.
Not in my world. This is a special tent.
Thank you, Colin.
Yes, you're welcome. Oh. Where's that Roscoe fella?
Oh, he is on patrol.
Oh, man. I was hoping he could help me make the rowdy Roscoe delight. People love it here.
It sounds delectable.
Oh, yeah, the main dish is potatoes. I know he hates potatoes, but man, can he cook potatoes. I mean, most halflings can.
Sounds really good.
You go find him, and I'll get all the supplies ready, and then he'll make a bunch for everyone.
I don't know. I think what he's doing right now is he'll say no, he needs to do his job.
Yes, he is very dutiful, that young halfling.
Yeah.
As you salute.
Yeah.
For all the listeners, he did salute while saying dutiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll go to Lyla. He said that Mendrik is kind of a private person and likes to hang out in his quarters, a tent by the excavation sites.
I don't know that he's much as a private person as much as people don't like him either. But I agree. Boudreaux, did you want to say something over there, honey? Don't shake your hand like that. Just say it.
So then I walk up to these guys,
Okay.
these two, and I go, now I know you breaking. Let me in on this, all right?
Oh, Hannah, you can be involved in any of that if you want to.
If you can be quiet.
I'll be quiet as a mouse.
But that is not his strong suit, sugar. Not, but let's be honest, that is mine.
If not, I'm a really good distraction.
That he is.
2 distractions. Better
Let's
my
do this.
chances. But we did say we'd wait for Fenrir.
Well, wouldn't hurt to scouting it out, would it? Let's just go
No.
scout it out.
Okay.
I think you've been quiet enough to scout things out with us so we can get this prank underway properly.
Oh, girl, I'd do anything to prank that man.
Now, but sugar, first, Garotha really would like you to clean under your nails. Just a little bit. It's so far back. I just really would like her to shut up about it.
He just gives you a weird look, kind of pulls away, and it's just like nods his head lightly.
It doesn't bother me. But Garotha's been firm on this since about day 1 of our trip, and I really would like to complain and stop it.
All right, now listen. You think it unnatural that I have dirt underneath my nail?
I didn't
But
say
there is
that.
something unnatural about you, and I don't say nothing about it.
She does have a point.
All right, Henley, you can do this thing with it without me. That's completely up to you. But Boudreaux here, honey, that was rude. Let's get going, Henley.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you following him, Boudreaux?
Oh yeah, I'm following them.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be walking down, and I'm gonna launch into one of my stories. It's like, honey, did I ever tell you about my pet moose back there in the grove? Let me tell you about my pet moose.
Okay, so that story's going on, telling you how pretty the moose was and everything. Anyways, going back in there, you see a lot of kind of makeshift houses. They're not very well blocked off from the wind. A lot of the houses, temporary houses, are made out of old carts that they wheeled down. It's kind of rugged. There's a few fabric tents up there. They are excavating into the canyon wall to build more shelter down there for people who want to make this a permanent home. And as you guys make your one, it's obvious on where Mendrik is set up. His tent is very flashy. You can see a light flickering from inside, and you can see smoke coming out of the center of his tent. As you guys draw closer, you do see 2 people standing out front of it, a dwarf and a human.
Do we recognize either one of them?
You guys would know. Henley necessarily wouldn't, but Boudreaux and Lyla, you would know this is kind of Mendrik's personal guard.
Okay.
They kind of sit there making sure people stay out of his stuff.
Are they friendly? Or are they just like kind of there? Don't talk to anybody. Don't make friends.
Right. This is their job, and that's it.
So it's not like I can say, "Hey, Henry, how's it going?"
Yeah, no. They're pretty to themselves as well. They really don't move from where they're at. You can tell they're kind of like, this sucks, but whatever.
I'm getting paid for it.
It's an easy job.
Will talk to Lyla really quick.
Mhm.
Didn't realize that he had guards here. That makes things a little difficult. But I kind of want to go in and talk to Mendrik, but also kind of scout out, see if there's any other way we can get in here.
I mean, you can if you want. He won't see me. He doesn't like much me.
But he doesn't know much about me. Maybe I can glean some other information from him.
You'll have to ask those gods first. He might be in the middle of some business that he's attended to.
Won't hurt to try. I will go up to the guards and stop like at an appropriate pace back so it knows like I'm not a threat.
Yeah. As they see you approaching, they kind of, because they were kind of just sitting down, just surveying, and as you approach, they both stand up and not put their hands on their swords, you know.
I would like to talk to Mendrik, please.
What do you want to talk to him about?
Well, he kind of came in unannounced to we were giving information to Bellerin, and I don't know much about him. I'd really like to talk with him.
You see the dwarf is the one that talked. He kind of looks at the human and nods. Sends the human inside. The human comes out and he's like, he's not seeing anybody right now.
Really? Okay. Like she kind of kicks her foot a little bit. I really wanted to talk to him, but I guess, is there another time I can come back?
Probably tomorrow, I guess.
Can't you ask him? Like kind of pulling a little like, go and ask him, please, when I can speak with him.
And the human like kind of looks at the dwarf, and the dwarf like gives him that look of like, no. And no. You'll have to come back later.
But when? I need a specific time. I am busy.
You can come back tomorrow. The dwarf speaks up.
What time?
He normally wakes up around 8 o'clock.
And he won't be busy then?
You never know with Mendrik.
Then can you please put me on his schedule?
What do I look like, a secretary?
Well, then let me in there and let me talk to him.
You are not getting past these doors.
That's fine. Then I need you to go in there and talk to them for me, please.
You see the dwarf, he's getting pretty angry. And the human kind of just like sneaks inside. Listen, you better just walk away. You're really causing a disturbance here, and Mendrik needs his sleep. You start hearing some very not nice words inside the tent.
From Mendrik?
And you can tell it's Mendrik, that he's yelling at this human for bugging him again, and that he should just send that little girl off.
Can we hear this?
Mendrik is not being quiet.
I think Abby wants to do something, but I think Henley is hurt by this in a way, like that. The word I'm coming up with is offended, but she's not offended. She's just like, I'm an official ranger, and he wouldn't even put me on his schedule for, like, what a dirtbag. So she's just like, okay, thank you. She's not confident enough to stand up for herself at this point because she tried and then failed. So she's
So we probably would have been in the middle of asking Boudreaux over here about the lizard folk that he used to live with, right? And then she's gonna hear the argument and the yelling and him say that little girl, and she's gonna walk right up and say, "That's no way to talk to a lady, sir." Or even about a lady. We can hear you out here.
You see Mendrik like storm out of the tent. He's like, I do not wish to be bothered, and she is the one out down here bothering me. Why don't you guys just go play soldier somewhere?
Now, sir.
Oh, whoa. All right, everybody.
Hold on, Boudreaux. Hold on. I know. You don't like confrontation, and I don't mean to be confrontational.
All right.
Sir. She asked to be put on your schedule, and this fine gentleman here was just checking for that because she would like to get to know you better as an official ranger. And if you really are going to own this place soon, you might want to get to know your allies or those people who can and can't help you that you don't have to hire. I've said my piece. You can do what you want. The lady would like a time, then we can go. That's all.
And he just kind of just evil eyes at you guys.
Henley's head's kind of like bowed down, and there's like a serious hole in the dirt where she was kind of kicking up dirt.
Get out of here. And he walks right back in his tent.
Can I like run away now after that confrontation?
Oh, you can go ahead, yeah.
I'm running.
Okay.
And I know the city really well.
Yes. It is somewhat a little different set up because there's not as many people as there once was.
Okay.
But yeah.
I just kind of sneak off to the shadows and run.
Okay.
Oh, man. You think she's gonna be okay?
You do see the human guard like go out there, and you can tell he's like, oh crap, type face.
Mm-hmm.
And the dwarf, you see then him look at the dwarf, and the dwarf look at him, and the dwarf just shakes his head in disapproval, and the human just kind of bows his head down and kind of slumps in his chair.
Could either one of us tell like the clan of the dwarf or kind of what's going on to get some background on that at all?
No, it's can't really
So nothing
determine the
that
clan.
we'd be able to do for traditionally or anything like that.
Not really.
So I'm gonna say, I'm sorry if we put you out at all, boys. Wasn't our intent. The Rangers knew. She just wanted to get to know the man a little bit better. We appreciate your time.
And you see the dwarf. He's not really paying attention. The human kind of looks up at you and just puts his head back down. Really no interaction.
And then I'm going to turn to Boudreaux and say, I don't know what that little girl's been through. I don't know what she hasn't. That lady has her own things, but eventually I think she'll be okay. Might just want to, been around that type before. Might just want to give her a little bit of time. Now, tell me more about this lizard folk, and we're going to be walking, I'm assuming, back up that way.
I'm going to go to that hidden cave.
Oh, yeah. Henley had a little spot that she liked to go contemplate, and that was hidden in one of the crevices of the canyon wall. Okay, that's fine. You walk into that canyon wall, and it doesn't seem like anybody's been there since you have been.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll head to Dracarys returning. Roscoe, you see... Boy.
The man.
You see Dracarys entering and heading towards the office.
Is he coming from like the main gate, or
He's coming from the main gate, yes.
Okay. So, do what I do best, and I see Dracarys. I'm gonna stop humming the music and stand up straight and look official and stuff, and just start walking straight towards him, kind of meeting him halfway, so we're not up next to the house or anything like that, but we're kind of off to the side a little bit still, where it's not like surrounded by a million people.
So Dracarys, noticing at your back, he's like, Roscoe, how did it go?
We have a problem, sir. My first mission, and I didn't know what to do, so I didn't tell anyone else about it. But there were guys up there, and they were guarding the gate, and we beat them, or not the gate, but the lift. And we've got one imprisoned in the office back there. And there's this. And so I'm going to pull out that letter.
Okay.
I'm like, I haven't told Bellerin. I haven't told anyone else on the team. I just don't know what to do. I'm still learning. And I'm going to just hand the letter over to him.
Okay. So he takes that letter, and
I'm like visibly, like, I don't want to say like scared or anything, but I'm definitely nervous, and I don't know. I'm trying to put on a show. But like him,
right.
But
I can handle this, but you're like,
he can tell that I'm probably a little distressed about the whole situation.
and he's definitely picking up on that. Just the tone of voice and the words you're using, and he's kind of picking up on that. He takes the letter, opens it up, reads it, and then folds it up and hands it back to you. And he's like, "Who else knows about this?"
Just me. I don't even think the guard inside. I took this off of the captain leader of the gang up there. I doubt the guy inside. He's just a minion. Nobody else knows about this.
Do you know by chance what those initials mean? You have any ideas?
My only guess, especially after the interaction, when we got back, so I kind of fill him in. When we got back, we went up to talk to Bellerin, and Mendrik stormed in. And just the way he was acting and questioning us and stuff, and seeing his initials match the initials on this, then I would suspect it's probably him.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Well, let's go talk to everybody else and see what we want to do.
Bellerin's, I'm aware that something's awry, because I changed the story a little bit right in the middle of everyone, and he gave me a weird look, but he rolled with it. So he's not seen the letter, but I think he knows something is up as well. And so he backed us 100%. So I don't think he's involved. So I don't know if we want to go talk to him first and go. I know everyone's going to be back here shortly to kind of have a group discussion / interrogation of the prisoner. We all talked about coming back once you got back. We just didn't want to do anything per my request till you got here because I wanted you to know about this first.
Bellerin can be trusted, if you had any doubts about that. Bellerin is one of the longest people that's lived here. He wants the best for the Hollow. Same thing with Mal, same thing with Willow. They've been here for a long time. They can be trusted. But you're absolutely correct to be distrusting to Mendrik. Ever since he's been here, it's...
Did you know he's trying to buy the city and the mines?
I did not.
Yeah, that came up in the meeting too. I missed that part. He's talking with some old lady down in Avalon who owns the mines. He's looking at buying the mines and then buying the city, and he basically low-key threatened us to fall in line if we want to stay here.
You can see that doesn't make, like, that kind of infuriates him a little bit. You see a little bit of sparking. He's like, go get your crew. Meet me at Bellerin's. Do not let Mendrik know. Especially don't let his guards see you. I have some news of myself.
What do you want me to do with the letter?
Hold on to it. We'll share it once we all get together.
David, what's the sparking mean for?
Oh, so it's one of Dracarys'.
Side note.
Yes.
So, just for the listeners, Dracarys was a character that I played in the old campaign.
Right.
And it was something that I kind of came up with that fit the profile for the character that he was. Basically, the sparking, it happens in his mouth when he starts getting really, really frustrated, borderline angry, or he's just over the situation. So it's unfortunately one of his giveaways that he's getting upset or he's triggered. But it's definitely something that I thought would be fun to add to that character, whereas that character just drew over into this campaign. Mm-hmm. DM Dave chose to roll with it.
Yep. That's one of his little ticks.
Okay, so I'll salute and, run off.
Yep. And you hear somebody walk in and you hear Dracarys greet Bellerin. But we'll wait for that interaction. Lyla, Garotha, and Boudreaux. Where do you go after your thing?
Well, so we were walking back up this way, and did he actually tell me about the lizard folk? So I'm totally willing to listen about that. Like actually shut up and listen to a story that he has.
I don't think he would say a whole lot.
No.
He would only answer questions that you would ask him.
Oh, okay. Well, Lila's just trying to get him to talk because she kind of likes him. Garotha does not, but she does. We'd probably just wander back up because we had talked about just coming back up afterwards.
Kind of going back to the tavern, or
to the tavern, or up to Bellerin's to see if Dracarys is there or not.
Okay.
Because we had no idea where Henley went. She just took off, and we're not trackers.
Right.
Or are
Henley, how long are you going to?
She's probably half hour behind Dracarys getting back.
Roscoe, you're able to find Boudreaux and Lyla if you want to have an interaction. You probably find them back in the tavern.
Yeah, my mama, she always made the best gumbo. I loved her gumbo.
That's the point. I'll walk through the door.
Okay, sounds good.
Is hearing gumbo, and I'll look
kind of
around.
like a heavy sigh, like come from from Lyla a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to you guys. Hey, Dracarys is back. We need to go talk.
All right, let's go.
You the boss man.
Roscoe.
I'll wave to Colin on my way out because I like Colin.
Oh, Roscoe, come here. I need help. There's been a lot of demands for your Rowdy Roscoe's delight. Everybody is craving it. You don't mind to have a few moments to help out an old friend?
You know my despite towards potatoes, Colin.
Yes, but I can't quite get the potatoes the way you do. I've tried a few times and they're just like, no, we want Roscoe's.
I've got to go to a meeting. I'll come back afterwards.
Okay.
If you have some more supplies for me to make some more peach mead.
I think we could make an arrangement.
All right. Let's go.
Sorry, dear. I should have probably warned you about that earlier. He asked us to find you.
I had no idea what you talking about.
Okay, so you guys head up
Because
to
you like them.
you head up to the office house. You enter. Dracarys is there. Fenrir, you're also there. And Dracarys is like, I've heard that there's been a lot of new information, but I have some of my own as well. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
The suspense.
Well, hello there. Glad you guys made it to the end of the episode. We are so excited to continue this podcast that we have, and so excited to share it with you guys. A big shout out to all of you. You guys have really made this podcast more successful already than I ever thought it could be. And we honestly want to continue to see it grow. So please share us with everybody that you could think of that would like good, wholesome family entertainment and help us grow. Honestly, write us a review on iTunes or on Apple Podcasts. That's one of the best places you can help us grow to be seen by other people. Give us a 5-star review and possibly Solomon will give you a shout out. Also, one way you can help out is any podcast form that you guys use. You can hit the like button, like a little heart or something. I know Spotify has a heart, and I know other podcasts like Castbox have a little heart on episodes that you can hit, and that also helps us be noticed by other podcasts. And one big overdue shout out to Brian Slater. He reached out to us forever ago about our audio glitching at the beginning of our podcasts with episodes 1, 2, and 3. And he was able to point us in the right direction on how to fix it. Just thank you, Brian. That was really helpful, and hope you're continuing listening and enjoying the program. And of course, we'd like to give a shout out to D.A. Nichols. She wrote this music for us and for this podcast and all the other music and songs that you hear. She's a wonderful woman, and one way you can show thanks to her for writing our music and stuff is to check out her RPG, Shields of Power, at drivethrurpg.com. As I mentioned before, thank you guys for all your support and for reaching out to us and talking to us and following us on Instagram and Twitter. Again, those you can find those at Tome of the Chaos Bard on any of those platforms. We do have an email at chaosbardpod@gmail.com. We are excited to continue this adventure with you guys, and as the DM, I'm way excited because this is getting to the part where the story is really going to start unfolding. And it's been a story I've been wanting to tell for 4 years, but just haven't been able to, and now I finally get the chance, and I get to share it with you guys, which is, so exciting. My players are in for a real treat, and I'm sure they have a lot of treats for me. But continue listening as we unroll the scroll to tell the tale. Bye, everyone.